We are a little short-staffed today. Just two of us in the yard, pulling honey off the bulk bee splits I made up last year, which are towers. I'm telling you one thing, I am loving everything about this new easy loader I bought. Like, we're short-staffed, so the old one we didn't have a brake. So all the time we had somebody had to hang on to this damn thing, otherwise it gets away and just flies across the yard. This unit has a nifty little brake, an updated brake that has cogs. So the actuator, there, April just opened it up. The actuator actually sends a pin into those little fingers and it holds it absolutely steady. So then we can do what we need to do and get on to the next colony. Basically, that is basically a man. It's not like I'm going to short staff myself because I don't want to do any work. That's your job.
You're doing a lot of work today.
But these bulk bee splits, we boxed them up just a little bit more because this is on the second set now, and they are honey right to the top. All that effort. I think I remember myself saying last year while I was making these bulk bee splits, while everybody else is at the lake at the campfire, these damn things better work out. And they have. There we go. So the actuator drives that little pin into those fingers there. Isn't that the slickest thing? So then April can work and I can video.
Yeah, sure.
You know, this is
Let's
what I
see if
do.
that worked.
Here,
Oh,
I'll start this. You could probably shake it, but it's hard with the
It would have worked
foundation.
with those waxes.
Just a little wax moth right there. Wax moth cocoon. It's easier when there's no foundation because when you shake them, they go pretty much where you want them to, but the foundation you got to tighten up in the center just to help dry them out properly. Yeah, so I'm so impressed with these bulk bee splits. These are Kona Queens. So this one I got so excited, stacked it pretty tall, but they are driving it right to the top. You betcha. This is fun. Look at the towers. Taller than the truck. They are taller than the truck. Not cappings to the top, but fat frames right to the top. So we're right on the money on this. Look at that, eh? Help my little girl.
I said unbreak it.
So April, she is going to graduate next year. Whoop, that was good. And she wants to go into agriculture.
Yep.
And she wants to be a beekeeper.
And work with my dad.
Which is quite exciting. Well, you have lots of time to make up your choice, but this job ain't so bad, is it?
No, it's actually kind of relaxing.
Relaxing, and that's what I like to hear. I'm going to tip this one back just to see. There's a lot of opportunity in this business.
Yeah, beekeeping.
Beekeeping. Taking the opportunity that's presented and just capturing it and making money. More money for me. I'm just tipping it. Yeah, carry on. I'm just tipping this back to see what's going on underneath. Whoa. Some things going on underneath. Whoop, you okay?
Yeah.
Caught on camera.
Hopefully don't post that.
We have some swarm cells in this one. An old beekeeper told me one time, if you don't have some swarming going on, your colonies aren't good enough. I'd rather have no swarms going on, because swarms mean a loss of production. But these girls they're still working right to the top. So they haven't gone in swarm mode yet. Here, I'll let you finish this colony. I'll have you lift up another one. I want to see underneath this great big beardy one here. See what's going on. Once I start tipping them back, I start wanting to tip them all back. So I'll just tip one more and then
get back to work. Why are you tipping them back?
Well, there's swarm cells. This time of year, if the colony is too big or they start getting congested because I don't have enough space on them, they decide, oh, this is a pretty good time that we can reproduce. And this is how honeybee colonies reproduce, as they swarm off and they cast off and make another colony. We want to keep them all at home, because when they swarm off, we can't make any honey on them.
So you're just checking if they're swarming?
Yeah. So in the spring we work to split and to pull down the nest population enough so they don't swarm, so they don't think they're big enough to swarm off. But not so much that we strip the honey crop off them. So it's kind of a balancing act I'm always complaining about in the spring. I think I have things pretty much dialed in. We're losing a few swarms. You see his swarm in the tree to go to the yard, you know there's a lot of swarms going on. This yard I don't see a swarm.
I think you're gonna hard to see a swarm anyways, because they're...
This yard we don't have a swarm tree. Here, I'll take the lid off. There we go. That's good. Well, I am slowing things down here. I'll just take a peek and then we will get back into stride. Nothing going on down this one. See, this one's perfectly balanced. There's no, well, maybe no, that's a drone. These guys aren't swarming, so the mass of population, along with what's about to emerge, is going to drive more field force into the top boxes here to produce me honey. And as the flow continues on, the later we get into the summer here, the populations get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is when I start losing my flowers. But if I can hang on to some flowers, it just depends on how many flowers I can hang on to this time of year. That dictates the size of crop we're going to get. So, I'm looking at the fields and they're finishing, but we also have some fields coming online. So it's up to Mother Nature. Let's do one more. I'll tip that one back, and then I'll get to work. Where's my knife tool?
It's on the ground. On the other side, right?
This easy loader has a masterful level on it. I don't think I've heard a complaint about the level yet. These right to the top. Okay, I'm just going to tip this back and then I'll help you. Because this should be enough content for my YouTube channel. Can you hold this camera for a second? Can't get it past. I just want to take a picture for a video of underneath the frames here. There we go. What do we have down here? Sideways swarm cell and a swarm cell. And another swarm cell. Don't take off on me, girls. Makes me nervous. What can I do about it though? Not a damn thing. At any rate, better get back to work. Pulling in this honey.